explosive, electrifying, a human spectacle. Saquon Barkley didn't just enter the NFL. He arrived like a lightning bolt, hurdling defenders and leaving football fans in awe. But just when you think you've seen everything in American football, Barkley pulls off a move so jaw-dropping it has to be seen to be believed. Trust us, you'll want to stick around for this one. His journey is one of grit, setbacks, and the ultimate comeback. This is the rise, fall, and rise again of Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley wasn't just good in high school. He was terrifying. Playing at Whitehall High in Pennsylvania, he made opposing teams look like they were stuck on rookie mode in Madden, racking up over 3,600 rushing yards and 63 touchdowns in his final 2 seasons. Colleges came calling, and although he initially committed to Rutgers, sorry Scarlet Knights, he flipped to Penn State, and thank goodness he did. At Penn State, Barkley didn't just play football, he created his own highlight reel. Need proof? Go watch his 79-yard touchdown in the 2017 Rose Bowl. Speed, power, vision, it was all there. By the time he left Happy Valley, he had rewritten the Nittany Lions record books. 5,557 all-purpose yards, 53 total touchdowns, and more awards than his trophy case could handle. Oh, and he was named the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year twice. By 2018, the NFL draft buzz around Barkley was deafening. Analysts called him a once-in-a-generation talent. Think Barry Sanders' elusiveness meets Adrian Peterson's explosiveness. When the New York Giants selected him second overall, it wasn't a gamble. It was a no-brainer. Giants fans immediately began dreaming of Barkley breaking tackles and defenders' spirits. Meanwhile, video game fans couldn't wait to see his Madden rating. Spoiler alert, it was unfairly low his rookie year. Barkley's path to the NFL was anything but ordinary. He didn't just arrive on the biggest stage. He announced himself as a player destined for greatness. But greatness isn't easy to maintain. And for Barkley, his career is a roller coaster ride. When Saquon Barkley entered the NFL in 2018, the expectations were sky high, and somehow he exceeded every single one. Barkley had an historic rookie season with 2,028 total yards. Yeah, you heard that right, and 15 touchdowns. He became only the third rookie in NFL history to surpass 2,000 yards from scrimmage, joining the likes of Eric Dickerson and Edgerrin James. Oh, and he did it while hurdling defenders like he's in the 110-meter Olympic hurdles. Then came the accolades: NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, Pro Bowl honors, and the undying loyalty of every fantasy football manager lucky enough to draft him. Seriously, if you had Saquon Barkley on your fantasy roster in 2018, you probably thanked Saquon as you accepted your fantasy football trophy. Hope it was a dynasty league. One play that defined his rookie season came against Washington, where Barkley broke free for a jaw-dropping 78-yard touchdown. The speed? Blistering. The footwork? Flawless. The defender chasing him wants to forget that nightmare. Barkley wasn't just following in the footsteps of legends like Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson. He had big shoes to fill, and he didn't just fill them. He set a new standard. The Giants and the NFL had found their next great running back. In one season, Barkley turned doubters into believers, skeptics into superfans, and defenders into memes. It felt like the start of something special, a career destined for Canton. But in football, nothing is guaranteed. And for Barkley, the next few seasons would test his resolve in ways no one saw coming. After a rookie season for the ages, Saquon Barkley seemed unstoppable. Then reality hit, hard. The 2019 season started with high hopes. But by week 3, those hopes took a blow when Barkley suffered a high ankle sprain. To his credit, he fought his way back onto the field, even surpassing 1,000 rushing yards. But let's be honest, this wasn't the Barkley fans or fantasy managers were used to. Your second fantasy championship would have to wait. Then came 2020. In week 2 against the Chicago Bears, Barkley suffered a devastating ACL tear, ending his season before it really began. The injury sent shockwaves through the league, and to your fantasy IR he goes. Could a running back, even as one as talented as Barkley, ever return to elite form after such a setback? Without him, the Giants struggled, and the noise began. Critics questioned whether the Giants had made the wrong choice in the 2018 draft. Should they have picked a quarterback instead of a running back? Barkley's injuries became ammunition in debates about the declining value of running backs in the modern NFL. Suddenly, the once-in-a-generation talent was a question mark. But if there's one thing Barkley has never lacked, it's resilience. His 2021 season was far from perfect, but there were flashes of his old brilliance. But consistency eluded him. The road back wasn't easy. Extensive rehab, countless hours in the gym, and determination defined his comeback. Barkley himself said, "I'm not just trying to come back, I'm trying to be better than I was before." For Barkley, the injuries were just another chapter in his history, a painful but necessary detour on the road to proving he was still among the NFL's elite. By 2022, Saquon Barkley was done with being doubted. The injuries, the criticism, the whispers that his best days were behind him, it all fueled his fire. In Week 1, Barkley wasted no time proving his doubters wrong. Against the Tennessee Titans, he erupted for 194 total yards and the game-winning two-point conversion, leading the Giants to a dramatic comeback victory. It was a statement. Saquon Barkley was back, baby. That game set the tone for a resurgent season. Barkley rushed for over 1,300 yards and added 10 touchdowns, his best numbers since his rookie year. Barkley showed the speed and power that made him a first-round draft pick. His resurgence not only helped the Giants reach the playoffs for the first time in years, but also reminded NFL fans why he's an elite running back. In 2024, Barkley turned the page on his time with the Giants and signed a 3-year, $37.75 million deal with the Philadelphia Eagles. And it didn't take long for him to make an impact. In his Eagles debut against the Green Bay Packers, Barkley rushed for 109 yards and scored 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground and 1 through the air, becoming the first Eagle to achieve this feat in a debut since Terrell Owens. Remember that amazing train wreck? That performance earned him NFC Offensive Player of the Week. But Barkley wasn't done making headlines. In Week 9 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, he pulled off one of the most jaw-dropping plays in NFL history, a backward hurdle over a defender that left NFL fans in awe. The play, which EA Sports dubbed the spin hurdle, went viral, dominated SportsCenter, and was later added to Madden NFL 25 as a part of a special update. After the game, Barkley revealed he was drug tested by the NFL. And honestly, who could blame them after a move like that? Barkley continued to dominate, delivering a historic 255-yard rushing performance against the Los Angeles Rams in Week 12, setting a new franchise record for the Eagles. His explosive playmaking and drive could be the spark that finally leads Philadelphia to another Super Bowl trophy. Saquon Barkley's abilities often draw comparisons to Sanders and Peterson, but his exceptional receiving skills make him one of the NFL's most complete running backs, and his career is uniquely his own. Off the field, Barkley's resilience through injuries have made him a role model for young athletes. As a father and philanthropist, he's made a significant impact, providing scholarships and resources to underserved communities through the Michael Ann and Saquon Barkley Hope Foundation. Barkley's viral backward hurdle showcased his creative athleticism and earned him a spot in Madden NFL 25, cementing his place in football culture. With multiple Pro Bowl selections and the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, Barkley's legacy is still being written. On and off the field, his impact resonates as he continues to inspire future generations. Saquon's only missing a Lombardi from his trophy case. From record-breaking runs to inspiring comebacks, he's shown what it truly means to be among the NFL's elite. On the field, he dazzles. Off the field, he inspires. And with every game, we're left wondering what jaw-dropping viral moment he'll pull off next.